Now, talk to me about that because you're a businessman. I'm a businessman. When you're looking at potential employees, and I know you've got it wrong a bunch of times because I've got it wrong a bunch of times, and I have a
How did
super
you know that?
I have a super high EQ. When you reverse engineer who worked out the best and who are your best employees, give me two or three things or two or three traits that they all had.
The first thing I'd say that jumps to my mind is they don't need an alarm clock, right? You don't have to tell them be here at 8:30. Um, they're going to be at their desk at 7:45, and they're going to leave when the job's done. You know, some people their whole life look at a job like the job they had in high school. Like when I work at Subway, I work from blank to blank. That's my shift. When you meet people that become professionals, when you're a professional, you're that when your eyes open. You're that professional when you're in the shower, right? That's the difference. And I think that young people that quickly realize this is not a job, I'm a professional. And there are 22-year-olds that act like professionals. They get it. And that's what I'm looking for. Like that kid that is ready to move into this another area of life and make things happen. So I think in the part of its desire, part of its passion. I think another big one is being coachable. They have the humility that they'll ask a question, and they'll take feedback. They want to get better. The opposite is kids that are prideful. Yeah, that's not going to work. And then I also think that being creative, being a problem solver, right? Like I always reference this. I know a guy, and he told me one time, he goes, "My favorite employee is so and so because they do exactly what I tell them to do." And that sounds good, but it's actually kind of terrible because what that means is like they as a boss are always right and the employee is always wrong. They just need to do what they're told. Well, if you want to have mindless drones, then I guess that is the right person for you. But for me, because I need to have salespeople working for me, I need people who go further. That you give them the concept, and then they figure the best path, right? And so it's not about doing it my way or the way I listen. The way I did it when I came out of college, there was no internet, right? So the way I did it doesn't apply, and the way things are going to happen in the future could be something totally different. So I need a kid that like understands the concept of what we're trying to do, but they're going to be creative to figure out what's the best way to get the job done.
And that's a little naive of leaders to think that they're supposed to do what we tell them to do because anybody that's been around long enough knows that we work for them. It's
Yep.
not that they work for us.
Yep.
So
Yep.
that leads to a lot of naivety in the leaders, and that can tell you a lot about the leaders when you talk to them.
Oh, for sure. For sure.